Morning people, bit of a different video today. Thought I'd just let you know why. Obviously in the last video I said I'm on baby watch now, so we're waiting for the baby to come. It's due in 3 days, so I thought as I haven't been as busy I'd put another little video out so that I stay consistent and then pile the last 2 weeks into one vlog because it's a bit broken the days because I'm staying in Kent and there isn't much to look at down here. So I put Martin on the spot with this video a bit, so don't judge him too much on it. And I might do more videos like this in the future, but with better questions, because this was just a sort of plucked it out of the air sort of idea. So I hope you guys enjoy.
Shouldn't really say this. That does slow down the process a little bit. I work on a real good recommendation basis. Pay my time. That sometimes is a bit of an insult to the builder, and we've ended up being like quite a popular loft conversion company in the Midlands.
Yeah. So first one, how long have you been in the industry?
So it's 3 generations. I started, shouldn't really say this, started when I was 15. But yeah, so been in it since I've been 15, obviously taught by my dad. And then obviously my granddad was in the trade as well, but just different sectors of the trade. So obviously it was steel fixing, then it went into roofing, construction, and then obviously we've evolved into loft conversions.
Yeah, just think it.
So 19 years personally, 20 years myself.
Yeah.
Don't look that old though.
No, you look young, you still look young. Yeah. What are some of the problems you encountered with clients?
Indecisiveness. Obviously we want to plough forward because obviously we move quite quickly with our projects, and because we move quite quickly, obviously customers are not so knowledgeable on what they want. So then I have to spend a lot of time with them, obviously making decisions, showing them physically, going through the whole process, which that does slow down the process a little bit.
And how do you deal with it then if they keep changing things in the process?
Yeah, we just have to adhere to that. Obviously, it's just we have to adapt to what they're doing, what they want. But I try to forward plan it quite a lot.
Okay.
So like literally I'll be talking to them before we've even stripped the roof off. I'll be talking to them about window openings, positionings, door openings, where the stairs are going to go. I try and factor in as much as possible in the beginning without overwhelming them.
Yeah, okay, nice. Next one, what was the next one? How do you structure your payments with a client? Because obviously everyone does it differently.
Yeah.
They're here, there and everywhere. So.
Obviously I work on a real good recommendation basis, so obviously 9 times out of 10 obviously we get a big following through social, website, everything else, but it's word of mouth really with us. So when we go to the next customer, it's normally a family friend or somebody they know, or an old school friend. So the way I base my structure is that we start work first week, we work all week, and then every week we get a Friday payment. So yeah, we work on a weekly basis.
No, that's good.
And then we know how long these projects are going to take us. We literally divide the total amount down by that amount, leaving them a nice sum at the end for snaggability, and then obviously we get that paid at the end.
Yeah, nice. That probably sounds well structured.
But we always say at the end, we don't ask them to pay on completion. We ask them to pay when they're happy.
Okay, yeah, I've never heard that before.
Yeah, it's just more of a trust element.
Yeah. That sounds good.
Yeah.
Next one is, what advice would you give someone who's trying to find a trusted builder?
There's a lot of different things, but obviously trying to find a builder that's good, obviously they're booked up massively. But then you do get the builders that do struggle to work on a social media platform. Some of your older school builders, they don't know about Twitter, they don't know about Instagram, all these different things.
Yeah, marketing and stuff like that.
So obviously if you're in the property investment part of things, you might want to try and pick up some older guy who's like less booked up. We used to do all the different things like My Builder, Federation of Master Builders, all them different things, and we don't agree with the methods of the way they structure getting builders in.
Okay.
We found out a few things which, it wasn't fantastic the way they do it. We sent in a load of recommendation basis, and they didn't check up on none of our recommendations.
Oh really?
No, and then just let us in.
So that's what I mean. Most of it's just pay and you get in, isn't it? It's not really check if you're reliable or anything like that. It's just pay.
The one thing that I do suggest is obviously if you're looking for a builder, put it all over social media.
Yeah.
So I need a builder.
Yeah, you
and
will
then
get
people
one.
will recommend people that are good.
Or just go around if you see someone working like yourself and come and ask you the questions.
Yeah.
Next one was, how do you keep a good relationship with your builder?
Pay them on time. No, obviously it's just you could say loads of things, keep giving them tea, coffee, cake, whatever else. It just obviously it's just communication. Keep communicating with them, keep them up to speed with what you want, when you want it, how you want it, you know, and then not trying to backtrack on work that's been done. You know, trying to make, but that's partly down to the builder as well, really. Just communication's key.
Communication, yeah, it's key in
Massively
everything,
key.
isn't it?
Yeah.
100%. Next one. How to know if a builder's ripping you off? Like if you know he's taking the piss with the costs and taking too long. What would you give someone advice to say to make sure that don't happen to them?
See, that's another difficult one because obviously if you're unknowledgeable on costings, you're going to struggle knowing whether or not they're actually taking the piss with their payment. What I'd say is get in your 3 quotes. Don't go for the cheapest, don't go for the highest. Try and go mid-range. Trying to banter a builder down on costings as well, I just think that sometimes is a bit of an insult to the builder. Obviously you can try and save money on the build costs and stuff like that, but just try and go mid-range. And yeah, like obviously shop around, get other quotes. But then also as well, say for example if you had a quote, obviously you could come to me and obviously you could relay all the costings back to me, and I'd say yeah, that's good, that's decent. There's other people as well, you know what I mean, like you could go to them who are experienced in getting quotes, so you could go down that route as well.
Yeah, one set my arms there. What's your exact trade? Like, what do you do exactly?
So
Yourself?
obviously we first predominantly started off, obviously my dad first taught me roofing, so roofing then comes along with carpentry. So obviously when you're doing a roof, it's difficult to find. You'll find a carpenter that'll do first and second fix, but you try and find a carpenter that'll do roof carpentry. It's just a trade that is a difficult trade to find, and first fix is pretty much exactly the same as roof carpentry, but you won't get a first fix guy come in and do roof carpentry.
Okay.
So what we did was obviously we found a niche market and we moved into the market. So obviously went from roofing into roof carpentry, and then obviously as you can tell a complete loft conversion is roof carpentry. So obviously there was a niche there again, so we moved into that niche. Obviously my dad as well was very, you know, involved in like structural engineering, structural building, bricklaying, all them different things, so it was more of a roofing carpenter then evolved. So it's just basically adapting to the demand. So over the years, you know, it's just, you know, if you say like 3 generations, that could have been like 60 years worth of trade. So each period has just evolved. And then we've ended up being like quite a popular loft conversion company in the Midlands.
So I mean you've got a couple going at the moment, so
yeah,
it's quite interesting. No, we'll leave them questions there. But no, thank you.
Sound.